What is up, everybody? I am Ant, and I'm joined by my friend and co-host. Introduce yourself, buddy.
And it is so good to be with you. I'm Tyler Peters, as usual. Normally, I'm on the Attitude Years, but lately I've been joining you on these Raw and SmackDown recaps. So, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited for tomorrow. We have Halloween. It's our Halloween episode.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
We're gonna be killing the game. A lot of fun stuff coming at you. I might have a surprise.
Another
How?
one?
Well, listen, man. How should I give these people a? Well, listen. Let's be honest. We've already recorded this situation. Okay, pre-taped. Okay.
We have.
But it was nothing will be edited. I promise you, Tyler. If you could give us a synopsis,
What's that again?
what now? Could you give us a synopsis, or just maybe like one or two words to describe the episode?
Off the rails? Is that appropriate? No, it was a lot of fun. But hey, most of those kind of episodes depict just having a blast. I mean, it was what Halloween's about. We were just having a good time, recapping matches, and we had a surprise, and it was just a lot of fun. I'm laughing at it. We're just having a good time now. Heck, it's carried on over to this
Listen,
program.
and I said the surprise would change the landscape. I think in more ways than one. Um, we'll have to see. I don't know, but I
Yeah,
mean,
it
we
may it
have
may have
fun.
altered. Yeah.
It sure did. I had a lot of fun though. We cracked up. We had
I
fun.
did too. We let loose. Actually, you got a little bit of the best of both worlds with this show with current wrestling and attitude years. I thought it kind of melded into one for a
It
night.
sure did, man. You get the best of both worlds.
You sure do. You,
Chilling out, take it slow. Then
I
you
mean,
rock out the show.
we got Ant's fabulous karaoke too. You got a little bit of
Anna
that in there.
Montana.
Yeah,
But yes, definitely be excited. That's gonna be dropping tomorrow. Our Halloween spooktacular.
check it out.
Check it out. A lot of fun. We had fun. We killed it. There was some drama, but it was fun off the rails, like you said. I was smiling. Tyler was smiling.
Yeah, and it was so funny because there would be times it's going to be like Austin saying what. That's kind of the meme I'm
Well,
doing now.
yeah. Tyler's just sitting there watching in the background.
Yeah, I'm kind of just minding my business. All of a sudden, I'll catch something. And I'll go, oh, what do you say? That's interesting.
What now?
Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
But let's talk about today what you're here to hear us. We are
Oh, I'm
covering
ready.
Monday Night Raw from October 24th, 2022, live in Charlotte, North Carolina,
Carolina. It's Flair country, is it not? I mean,
Lair Country. I'm kind of getting over Ric Flair. Just tired of him tweeting all the time. I like him as a wrestler, but as a person, he's annoying me.
I tend to disagree. I mean, I get why a lot of people get annoyed by the Nature Boy, but it's if you know Ric Flair, it's just Ric Flair. That's how he rolls. So
I just hate how like he was like Bianca Belair or I'm sorry, Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair was the best women's match in WrestleMania history. Like that is not even like on the top five. What is he talking about? So that's just what I'm in my opinion. That's
well, it's
what
all subjective. I mean, I respect that. It's
But anyways, he listen, Ric Flair, woo, respect him, love him. I still woo. I listen,
oh
love the nation.
gosh, how can you not woo? And I mean, the reason I say Charlotte, and for those who don't know, going back to the Four Horsemen and the traditional territories, that was such a wrestling mega, and still is. They're still big into wrestling now.
And now, what was it? Because as I'm watching these tales from the territories, I get more like introduced to more stuff. Which territory was in? It was AW NWA.
It was NWA, but they were called Jim Crockett Promotions. Mid
Gotcha.
Atlantic was another name for it, but it was
Okay,
part of the NWA.
but they were in only like they were broadcast in those states.
They were, and they were easily the early competitor to Vince McMahon, even during the '80s, and were the Crockett Promotions, and that's where Flair and all of them became stars. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You'd even see Snuka, Jimmy the Superfly
Ooh,
Snuka, and other people. Piper was established there as well. So it's neat that
that's
all
interesting.
this.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's neat about all the territorial stuff and going back researching it. A lot of the talent you'd see on WrestleManias, you could easily see in a Starcade prior or even after.
I'll have to check it out. I mean, I definitely will with my whole situation that I got going on here.
Oh,
But
for sure,
anyways,
man. I recommend it.
I totally will. But sort of our version of the Four Horsemen, not at all. The Judgment Day come out to the ring, just a nice sort of segue to the show. Um,
I love the segue.
Ronda Rousey, or oh, I'm sorry, Rhea Ripley. Wow, Halloween. Um,
When did Ronda Rousey appear on Raw? Now I'm teasing with
um, holy moly, I must have been high. Uh, Rhea Ripley says last week AJ Styles learned what mommy knows all along, that Dominic is all man, and AJ learned that too. Wait, what? Oh, wait, sorry, I skipped over a part. I'm reading my handwriting, guys,
No,
and
you're doing a great job. That's really what it meant. That's the genesis of what this story was telling. And go
but
ahead.
she says basically, she says that AJ learned what mommy knows, what mommy knew all along, that the Judgment Day we run Raw. Dominic is all man, and AJ learned that too. Finn Balor says phenomenal AJ Styles fell under the pressure to the legendary Dominic Mysterio. Demi Priest says you rise and show respect for the greatest luchador in this business, Dominic. And then Dominic grabs the mic, and Dom says the Judgment Day are the only ones who ever believed in me. Last week, I proved everyone wrong when I beat AJ Styles clean in this ring. I'm built differently. I'm this generation's Eddie Guerrero. And then the OC comes out, and AJ Styles says, Dominic, shut up. You are you are not it. You are this generation's version of James Ellsworth. There's gonna come a time when you can't hang with Judgment Day anymore. And then Finn Balor says, today Judgment Day is in town, so it's going down. Ooh. And then Carl Anderson says, it's time to show Charlotte why I'm the toughest man in this building. So a lot of words going back and forth from the OC and Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio being labeled as the greatest luchador. Do you like this sort of storyline that they're doing where he's now going to be better than Eddie? What do you think? Well, this version, this generation's Eddie.
I think it's great because if he's a heel, what better way to make people not like him by saying, "Oh, I'm greater than one of the best wrestlers ever," in Eddie Guerrero, and knowing their history, the Mysterios and the Guerrero family, and now with him aligned with Judgment Day, I love this whole Rhea Ripley Dominic though play. How he's became a man because of her, and then this whole faction has been doing its job. And I think it keeps getting better every week. Now there are weeks that I'm going, well, I'm trying to understand it better, but I think for what it is or what it is trying to do, they're doing a nice job. So I think I'm fine with it.
I argue about this with everybody, and I'm not even going to argue about this because it's not even an argument with you, but I just mean argue like just to say it out loud because I talk about this all the time. I just really don't like the fact that Rhea Ripley is using a storyline based on her looks as Dominic would really be. I mean, suggestive comment here, and I'm not saying like Rhea Ripley is beautiful 100%, but it's hard to really like be like, oh, I turned him into a man. It's like you kind of look like a man yourself. Like I don't understand. Like I'm sorry, I'm just very
No, I mean that's your opinion. I mean people need to respect it, and
and
that
China in my eyes, like, and I get a lot of people are comparing it to China and Eddie, but at least China like was feminine at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, China was built and jacked and stuff, but Rhea Ripley comes out wearing like the fucking pantsuits and the dark makeup and the like. There's nothing sexy about her to me, but that's just my
it's
opinion. But
just her presentation.
yes,
And I see where some people would estimate on that. Her speaking of her appearance, however, I tend to go the other way. I would respectfully disagree because I mean that's how much I appreciate you and your perspective. But I kind of have enjoyed the what Dominic. I want to call him Ray like his dad, but Dominic Mysterio and Rhea are doing it in this whole Judgment Day faction. Me personally.
I have a very serious question for you.
All right.
If you had an opportunity to join in a situation there with Dom and Rhea, would you jump in there, sir? You are a single man.
Yeah, with Rhea. I'm not gonna say with Dom and Rhea. No, I'm gonna definitely with
Ooh.
Rhea.
So okay, so see, here's the thing. I have to just um, maybe I guess cleanse my palate a little bit because I don't discriminate normally. Ray is attractive. I just don't. I don't know. They're just
Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. And this is, I'm saying this because she is actually married to Malachi Black and very, dangerous man with educated feet. But Selena Vega, one of yours, I mean, very attractive. Now, if there was an angle, I'm saying this honestly, I would be all for it. You could book it now.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's just my taste, but
That's what it is. Everybody's got their different.
like I wish she did more of like a like I put a spell on him type because she's more like demonic looking. Like she doesn't really look like ooh I want to bang
It's
her.
a
I look like ooh I want to
darker,
run. Like she's
a
scary.
darker visual. Yeah, kind of like what we've talked about with Wyatt. Even though that's still there's some contrast
Yeah.
there.
But again, I love Rhea Ripley. I really do think she's an amazing wrestler. When I
Oh,
saw her in
she's
the ring,
incredible.
she tore the house down when she was in New York. When I saw her live, great wrestler, beautiful woman, 100%. I don't like her gimmick right now, based, but we'll keep it moving. And you do like it, and I will maybe eventually like it. I just think right now,
I think with what they're trying to do storyline wise, that's why I'm able to get invested in it. But I can see what you're saying. That's why, even though I may have a different point of view, I enjoy getting to hear the counter argument, and I think that's good that we're doing it. We're having that
an
discussion.
argument. Well, here's something we're not going to argue about. The next match is Carl Anderson with the OC taking on Finn Balor with the Judgment Day. And I hear just some quick notes from that match. Carl Anderson drop kicks Finn Balor's knee to start, and Anderson nails a dragon screw across the rope. Finn Balor's able to nail a neck breaker and gets a 2 count. Anderson nails a running sit out power bomb and gets a 2. Anderson then nails a flying neck breaker and gets a 2 count. Balor nails a shotgun drop kick. Anderson with a superplex. Dominic Mysterio gets on the apron. AJ Styles attacks him. And then Priest and Gallows brawl on the outside. Rhea Ripley suplexes Gallows outside of the ring, which was
Now that was impressive.
crazy. Very, very impressive. And Rhea then low blows Carl Anderson, and Balor gets the pin. Finn Balor is your winner. Let's talk about the impressive body slam. Gallows is over 6'8",
Oh, he's a
over
huge man.
at least close to 300
Got to
pounds.
be close to 300.
Rhea is not someone to mess with.
No, she's not. And
Go ahead.
no, what I was going to add, and I didn't mean to cut you off there,
No, go
was
ahead.
that spot was not expecting it. When he went into the ring post via Rhea Ripley, and then she executed that body slam, I was shocked. I was like, "That's a wow moment to witness this lady. We know she's powerful, she's strong, and she's an intimidating lady. But to pick up somebody even bigger, a man at 6'8", you said it over 300 pounds, and
Mm-hmm.
Luke Gallows, the big man, that was just unreal.
Insane. Maybe I'll start to like it because it's kind of giving me China vibes. China kind of was a dominatrix character to begin with. Maybe I'll
Yeah, and she was
get into
doing
it a
those
bit.
kind of spots as well.
Yeah, and then doing the silly like boo spots. I'll get into it. I won't be such a haterade. We see Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the crowd. I love when WWE shows the celebrities. It makes me feel cool that I'm watching it
Well,
too.
no, I was a big fan of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his dad, Dale Earnhardt Sr. I was into racing at one point.
I was gonna say the racers, right? Race
Yeah,
car
he's
drivers. Racers.
well, and if you think about it, Charlotte's also a big racing capital. A lot of the people that make cars, the racing teams, if you research it out, do the homework, are based out of the Carolinas, Virginia, and stuff. So,
I didn't
well,
know.
yeah, I'm really
Look
telling you.
at him. He's the mouth of the South. That should be your nickname, man. You know all the information.
I that's some of the growing up near the Appalachians originally, and there, and even in Nashville, they've got in Lebanon. I believe they've got the speedway up here. So, used to be dirt tracks that just to show you, how far back we're
Connecticut is
going.
a home of Sports Center and ESPN.
Yeah, that's what I love. It is. It is the home of ESPN Sports Center. You know so much. See, you're being too kind because these facts. That's what's neat. We're talking about Charlotte, and we're supposed to be talking about Raw. But what
Well,
do you
let's
know?
get back to it.
Dale Jr. I know we'll get off on a history show before long. So
So the Miz tells Johnny Gargano that he's going to tell the truth tonight, and he comes out. And Miz says, Gargano says I'm keeping a secret. Dexter Loomis is targeting me because of my mind. I share my expertise with Tommaso Ciampa while Loomis was at home, and he was mad about that. Johnny Gargano comes out, and Johnny says, tell the real truth, or Mike, I have a whistle, and I will blow it on you. And then R-Truth eventually comes out, and Truth says, you said you want to tell the truth. Dog, I'm here. And Miz says, has everyone lost their minds? And then Truth says, you're not going to talk down about my hometown's mac and cheese. He pretty much talks shit about, like, their
I
southern.
thought that was so funny.
Yeah, R-Truth is very funny. We haven't seen him in a while. But the only thing about R-Truth, and I hate this, is that he's going to lose. It's upsetting.
You can't
but
really take him serious because
yeah,
he's playing this comedy character so much.
yeah, and he always loses. But let's get back. But let's see what happens.
Wait, yeah.
Get ready. So the Miz takes on R-Truth tonight. Miz nails a big boot. R-Truth pays homage to John Cena with different moves of John Cena's past. Someone with was it a head? Or oh no, it was like a hood. I said a head with a hood.
Yeah,
My
no,
hearing
that's
is
it.
really bad. Someone with a hood is in the crowd, and that distracts the Miz, and R-Truth gets the pin. And after the match, Johnny Gargano takes off the hood, and he laughs at the Miz. So R-Truth, I just said, doesn't get a win, but he did tonight. What do you think of Johnny Gargano continuing to get in the mind of the Miz?
It's very interesting, Gargano's role in all of this. We've had our theories for a long time. Is it maybe that Miz and Loomis, is Loomis somehow related to the Miz? Maybe he's one of the father of the kids. I mean, this is a credit to you. I had to really ponder about it. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you could go about it, but who knows? It's definitely keeping my interest though, because I want to know what is the deal. Could it be? There's a lot more questions than answers, and that's a positive because we don't need to be revealed everything just yet.
And we'll talk a little bit more about it because they show up later on in the show. We see Johnny Gargano's wife, Candice LeRae. She's being interviewed by Kathy Kelly, and Damage Control interrupt the interview. And Candice says the only thing you've proven is you're still not Raw Women's Champion. And the Damage Control attack Candice LeRae pretty badly backstage. Damage Control not playing, setting a precedence. Don't talk about us and not expect us to come at you. If you want to talk about that, you can't really not much to say.
I was just gonna say that, yeah, Damage Control. To your point, they're always looking dominant. And Candice LeRae, it makes sense because she was involved, in this feud too with Bianca and all that. They've got her into that program. The only thing though is I'm like Bayley probably needs to try to win the title because if she don't,
Yep.
man, we've talked about this storyline. As much as I'm a fan, I like these ladies. It's getting a little bit dry.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Bayley needs to prove tonight on Raw. I always wondered why they were going to do this match. We know ahead of time what's happening. We'll save that for later on the night after the match. We'll talk about that. But Bayley needs to, or I'm sorry, yeah, Bayley needs to get a win tonight to prove that she can move on and fight Bianca because she did lose last time. She's lost every time she has beaten Bianca in the past. So Bayley's got a lot to prove, and she's there to prove with Damage Control. We see Elias backstage with Riddle, and Alpha Academy comes over and trashes them, and then Elias challenges Chad Gable later on tonight. Love seeing Matt Riddle backstage.
Oh, Riddle's hilarious.
I love it.
Playing the bongs. I mean, with him with Elias, that's ingenious. And then Alpha Academy. Got to be honest though, speaking of things I'm getting tired of, it's no knock against Otis or Chad Gable. This Alpha Academy thing's kind of running its course a little bit.
Really, I'm starting to like them as a tag team. Not starting to, but I like their situation. I don't get why they're not going for the titles. But go ahead.
No, I think they're a good tag team. I just think it's some of the creative for them is kind of lacking.
Yeah,
if I'm being fair.
They're just being tossed into random storylines to sort of promote other people. I get what you're saying. It is sort of weird. Well, listen, We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have a lot to talk about. Austin Theory taking on Mustafa Ali and the big main event, Bayley versus Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. Got a lot to talk about. Tyler's still going to be here. I will be here.
I'll still be here.
I hope you will be here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So I'm Ant. That's Tyler. Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Thank you for checking us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcast. That's where we're at. Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Like us, give us a 5-star rating, all that cool stuff, and then find us on YouTube. And
You
then
got to do it.
Find us. Look, our beautiful faces. Why not? I just got a haircut. Tyler's representing Texas. Right, or no, Tennessee.
Tennessee. Well, T's for Texas.
Wow.
For Tennessee.
I'm sorry.
You're close, and they do have orange in their colors, but
I totally knew I was wrong though too, because I quickly corrected myself. I was like, "Shit."
No, it happens. Just don't let it happen again.
You're the only 10 I see.
See, that's what she said. I can help it.
Well, that's what she said after I delivered a penetration, and there were 10 different sperms that were like about to get ready to jump in, and then she said there's 10 I see, and then I pulled out real quick, so then
Dang, I did not realize that we were going there, but I am impressed.
Uncensored.
Yeah, I am.
Penetration. Well, okay, we're gonna go back to PG stuff here. So we're here on Raw Out, and Austin Theory is taking on Mustafa Ali, and Seth freaking Rollins, our United States champion, comes out on commentary, and he is just killing the game lately, my friend.
Seth Rollins is great on commentary. I mean, he's just got the personality, the charisma, everything you need.
He's crazy. He's awesome. So I feel like such a freaking loser. He's awesome.
No, I'm a fan of Seth
awesome.
Rollins. He is great.
So Mustafa Ali nails a Hurricane Rana, and Ali nails a drop kick to Austin Theory, who is jumping off the top rope. Theory sends Ali into the announce table and slams him outside. Ali nails a drop kick and a flying 450 to Theory outside of the ring. Ali nails a tornado DDT and gets a 2 count. And the end comes when Ali nails a backstabber, but Seth Rollins distracts Ali, and Theory kicks the top rope and nails an A-Town down and gets the win. After the match, though, is when the action takes place. Rollins tosses Mustafa Ali outside and over the timekeeper's area. Rollins yells at Ali, "You don't belong in my WWE," and he sends Ali into the railing over in the crowd. As Rollins is walking up the stage, Ali attacks Rollins and sends Rollins into the stage side. So Ali is able to get some retribution after the attack made on him after the match by Rollins. So quickly talk about the match, and we can focus more on, it looks as if they haven't announced it, but Crown Jewel, Rollins and Ali, I'm hoping. But what do you think?
I'm hoping too that maybe that'll be a match at Crown Jewel between Ali and Rollins. The match was good. Anytime you get Austin Theory, and Ali, I really am enjoying how they're kind of giving back to Mustafa Ali, and I'm sure I didn't say that name right because it seems like there's different pronunciations all the time.
Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa. There you go.
Mustafa. No, you said it right.
And he's a great wrestler for what he can do because everyone's got a different style. I talked about before, he's so creative with his offensive presentation in the ring. In theory, it reminds me of more of a not old school style, but kind of more traditional. But everybody likes it. I mean, it meshed well. It was a good match, and I think the whole dynamic between Rollins and Ali just keeps getting more intense afterwards, and it's great.
I'm totally listening and smiling, but I'm thinking about your Halloween costume, and I'm like,
Mike Myers, yeah. You keep thinking.
Well, it's funny because you don't look like Mike Myers at all. So, like, you look so different with the mask on, and I'm just dying.
Yeah, the contrast. That's true. The
awesome.
identity. It's easy to know that was Tyler, not the actual Michael Myers. But it's funny when you do put on the mask, it still gives you that resemblance because it's a mask. Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
been revealed. Yeah, no, I think it's great. It segues nicely. No, anytime we get a chance to talk Halloween and wrestling, it's welcomed.
Well, speaking of that, we have our Halloween Spooktacular. Remember, that's dropping.
Oh, we do.
Get ready. Shit's hitting the fan.
The premiere.
I'll say one word. I'll say a couple of words to describe it. I'll say um superhero, superheroic.
Mm-hmm. That's a great word.
That's a good hint, right? Um, it's another hint I could say.
Stupendous. Oh, wait a minute. WWE's used that already.
I can say this word. What's a word when like you like make someone stop talking? What's a good word for that? Like
I'm thinking, what is a good term?
it's so shocking that it
Shocking's a nice way
left
to
one
put
of
it.
us speechless is what I will say. That's the word, speechless.
Speechless.
And you'll be
See,
speechless too. Go ahead.
yeah, I think we all will. And you want to talk about getting reactions and must listen to, must see, whether it's the content on video, audio, all the platforms. We're going to plug it and advertise it because you deserve it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But and it was, in all seriousness, it was a lot of fun. We had
It
good,
was a blast. It was a
learned a
roller
lot
coaster
about each
ride.
other.
No,
Um,
we did.
but I listen, I enjoy this. Again, I'm feeling, you know how you feel like this with Alpha Academy? I'm feeling this way with Austin Theory. He's being put into these matches to either promote himself or somebody else, and rarely it's himself, it's more so somebody else in different
He's giving
storylines.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do hope we get to see Ali versus Rollins at Crown Jewel because they could steal the show. I mean,
Oh, me
Rollins
too.
every match. He's like Shawn Michaels of this year. Like he steals the fucking show.
That's a fair point you just made. He does have a lot of the HBK qualities that all his matches are just they're stellar. I know I use that word, but I'm trying to think of a different word that you could use other than incredible, and stellar seem to be it.
No, stellar, totally. I mean, it's he's killing the game. We see Johnny Gargano backstage, and he makes fun of JBL and Baron Corbin, and we obviously know they're gonna fight later on.
I
We're not
love
gonna.
that segment.
I like, yeah, I thought it was funny, like how he made fun of it. Didn't he call them MC Hammer Pants?
Yeah, and JBL is just so good naturally at being the guy that can be a jerk. That
Love
Gargano,
him.
yeah, being more showing kind of being an immature guy, even though he's not, was pretty funny against Baron Corbin. But he's correct though. As much as I love JBL, those pants were like MC Hammer,
Can't touch his do. JBL was the bomb heel when I was a kid growing up, so
and he
it's
still
great
got
seeing
it.
him. Yeah, he's still, dude, he hasn't lost a step with that. So good. Didn't he say that? Oh, if in the Attitude Era,
He'd
Johnny
be
Gargano
carrying
would
his
be carrying,
bags,
yeah, ooh,
and that's true.
yeah, pretty much. So let's talk about the next situation. I don't really care about this. Omos defeats like four guys. Really nothing to
Now we're
talk
just
about.
building another wrestler to two or
Yeah,
or three. Yeah, there's not much to talk about. He dominates the match, and it's to build
I'm
Omos
just
and Braun.
excited to see Braun Strowman beat his ass at Crown Jewel. Come on.
It's making people want to cheer for Braun that didn't normally used to get behind him because they're tired of Omos. And I
Tired.
like MVP, but I still want I think Braun to win this match.
Me too. Let's go, Braun Strowman. Let's go.
Let's
Um,
go.
all right. So next we have Chad Gable with Otis taking on Elias. And Elias deals a vertical suplex and gets a 2 count. Let's see here. I feel like the episode of Howard Stern where he makes fun of is it David the midget? Someone the midget because you could hear the paper in the background.
It's probable.
Yeah. So Chad Gable nails a flying headbutt. Elias nails a nice suplex and a corner splash. Gable applies an ankle lock. However, Elias rolls up. Gable gets a 2. Gable goes for a moonsault, but Elias nails a nice knee to the head and gets a 2 count. Otis accidentally runs into the post. That distracts Gable. Elias nails a big boot and a side slam, and Elias gets the win. After the match, Alpha Academy attacks Elias until Matt Riddle makes a save for Elias and nails a floating bro to Alpha Academy. It looks as if they're building to Riddle and Elias versus Alpha Academy. But I mean, this is a decent match. What do you think? What do you think?
It was a pretty good match. Yeah, Elias, I just got done saying before he came back that I wasn't crazy about his wrestling style and the way he carried himself. But you know what? Him coming back, he proved a lot. I mean, because this match, I knew it took Chad Gable. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out how talented and how much Chad Gable, his contributions to that were. But however, you said it. This was a solid match. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was pretty decent, very good. I just like how this show is just built on match after match, and you're guaranteed. It's been good, very a
Yeah,
lot
I
lately.
think that's a formula that's always been consistent if done correctly. And I'm not one to judge or say it hasn't, but we are seeing more of those results, like you mentioned.
Hmm. Well, speaking of good results, Baron Corbin comes out with JBL to take on Johnny Gargano, and Gargano drop kicks Baron Corbin to the outside. However, Corbin slams Gargano hard onto the announce table. Gargano nails a bulldog and a springboard spear and gets a two. Corbin nails a fallaway slam and a deep six and gets a 2 count. Corbin accidentally runs into the steps outside. Gargano then puts on JBL's hat on the apron, and he ends up diving onto Baron Corbin. JBL drops Johnny Gargano on the apron as Johnny goes for a move, and Corbin nails an end of days and gets a 3 count. What do you think of the new and improved Baron Corbin?
I like the new and improved Baron Corbin largely because of JBL's influence. And Johnny, he's the one that got his hat. So that's why JBL felt the need to get involved, interfere, and help his man, Baron Corbin. I like how he's talking about it's what single A ball for Gargano,
Yeah.
whether right or wrong. But he's being that heel, and he calls Kevin Patrick Shamrock, and of
Oh,
course he
that's
loves
funny.
being near Corey Graves. I think not necessarily little things, but you highlight those moments.
Yeah.
It reminds you of just how great JBL. To your
Hmm.
point, being that villain and that jerk that everybody can't stand, but yet he's so good. It's a testament to his talent. He is a Hall of Famer for crying out loud.
100%. I forgot he was a Hall of Famer. That's the shit. I do think it's okay that Baron Corbin got the win. At first, I was gonna say, well, Gargano shouldn't have got the win, but that's just how you build wrestlers, right? You have Corbin looks good. He has JBL. Why wouldn't he win?
You keep him strong because Gargano can always get it back, the victory. But, you know, the story was, I'll go back to it, he messed with JBL. So that, in the end, that hurt Gargano
Hmm.
and it helped out Corbin.
Hurt him big time. Well, speaking of big time, the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair is interviewed backstage. And Bianca says, "This is about payback. Bailey has taken out all of my friends, and I'm not stopping till Bailey is left with nothing." Strong words from the champion. We then see Johnny Gargano backstage, and the Miz talks to Johnny Gargano, and Johnny Gargano says, "If you don't tell the truth next week, I will."
He's
So
threatening him more and
he's
more.
threatening him. Last guess. I mean, I've asked you this last week. What do you think? What
Is he?
what, what do you think it is?
I want to say he's probably his evil brother. Is that what it's going to be?
His evil brother.
No, that's probably terrible. Because the one of the other guesses I was going to make is not too PG friendly. I was going to say he was messing with Maurice, but that wouldn't have been proper. So
Okay. Okay. Well, I, I'll
I
say that
don't
he's hooking up with Maryse.
I don't know. That's why it's so difficult.
Everybody's humping around.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but
Come on, Mary, jump on my dick.
it
Okay,
just it makes you wonder what Gargano is going to blow the whistle on. I mean, this is very intriguing.
let's talk about next week's Raw. Brock Lesnar is going to be returning. We also know this match is a trick or street fight. Matt Riddle taking on Otis, and I'll reveal the big match after this match. So we have Bailey with Damage Control, the women's tag team champions, taking on the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. And Bailey nails a big forearm to start and applies a crossface. Bianca nails a backbreaker and dives onto Bailey outside. Bailey suplexes Bianca outside near the announce table and gets a 2 count. Bianca nails a suplex. And then Bianca goes for a springboard moonsault, but Bailey gets her knees up. Bianca gets her knees up as Bailey goes for an elbow drop, getting some revenge. Bailey DDTs Bianca Belair outside. Bailey then yanks Bianca's shoulder, and Bailey goes for a KOD. However, Bianca is able to nail a Bailey to belly and gets a 2 count. Bianca sends Bailey into the steps. The two women start trading blows with one another. Bianca nails a spine buster and gets a 2 count. Bailey goes for and she actually does hit this, a Bailey to belly off the top rope to Bianca Belair and gets a 2 count. Damage control, then clear the table outside. Bianca Belair nails a powerbomb to Bailey on the table. And then also on the ring post, Io Shirai drives Bianca Belair onto the table, and Dakota Kai nails a pump kick. The referees talk to damage control, and as this goes on, Nikki Cross, which is, being disguised at first, dives on to damage control. Nikki then tosses Bianca Belair to the ring post and nails a twisted sister. Bailey hits a rose plant, and with the help of Nikki Cross, Bailey defeats your Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. After the match, though, Nikki Cross says, no woman is going to stand in my way. She attacks Bailey too. Nikki Cross looks so great, so impressive. I will say we did find out that next week, well, tomorrow on Raw, we will see Nikki Cross taking on Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair. That will be awesome. We also did find out that at Crown Jewel, the Raw Women's Championship will be on the line. The Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair defending against Bailey in a last woman standing match. Saudi Arabia is getting a lot of stuff here, but
they're getting some good matches.
What'd you think of the match? And of course, my take, the incredible return of Nikki Cross.
Oh, the match was great. Anytime you put Bianca and Bailey together, I mean, we've seen it. It's been just wonderful. The way these ladies work, they wrestle. I like the spot where, what was it? Bailey trying to use the KOD finisher, and then telling the story of, hey, what if I beat you and embarrass you with your own signature move? I was going to say finisher. It would have worked well because both of them, I was going that direction is what I'm meant to say. And but seeing Nikki Cross return is great. Losing the superhero gimmick. I like seeing this kind of Nikki. Doesn't always have to be the throwback to NXT, but give us some shades of that because it resonates with fans and people are going to enjoy it because now Damage Control not only has to worry about Candice LeRae or Bianca, but they have to worry about Nikki Cross. It gives them another place to go as far as story.
Well, what's interesting about it, though, too, now is that Bianca Belair also has to look out for Nikki Cross, too, because Nikki did. So we don't know where Nikki is going to, and what role she's going to play. I'm excited about that. Let me cover really quickly the upcoming match card for Crown Jewel. That will be coming to you live. You're right, Tyler. Saturday, November 5th. And Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. There will be a different time element as we do our prediction episode. We'll let you know more on that. Just here are the quick matches that have been announced. We already just said the last women's standing match for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair defending against Bailey. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's going to be
with MVP. Go ahead, man.
No, it's going to be very good. That's all I was going to add.
I think this match is going to be the final sort of gung-ho between these two, and then they're going to move on after this one, hopefully.
Oh, between the Omos and Braun.
Well, no, I mean Bianca and Bailey, sorry.
Oh, no, I think so, too. Listen to me blunder there, thinking you were talking Strowman Omos, but I'm with you. I think they're going to have to move on, because eventually, what do we say? You kind of can overexpose even a good thing.
But this match you're just talking about, the Monster versus Monster.
Please let that be a
Omos, yes, with MVP taking on Braun Strowman. It's gonna be a big match. Monster versus Monster. Gonna find out who is the real, true monster of WWE.
Yeah, the true monster, true giant, the whatever creatures you want to put in there.
We then have the undisputed WWE tag team titles on the line. The champions, the Usos, defending against the Brawling Brutes. And the Brawling Brutes are great contenders for the titles. I mean, Butch and Ridge Holland gonna kill it. Sheamus won't be there. He just recently got married, so he's gonna be celebrating with his wife. So the Usos might get advantage there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, but don't count out the Brutes. They're definitely gonna send the Usos packing with bruises.
I think that could be a match too. Anthony could steal the show. The Brawling Brutes and Usos.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, we have this special steel cage match. Drew McIntyre taking on Karrion Kross with Scarlett. Scarlett got involved and helped Karrion Kross get the win at Extreme Rules. I said to Carlos, I said, dude, they're gonna have a match where she can't get involved. This is it. The steel cage, 15-foot high, gonna keep Scarlett out. Hopefully, we'll find out which man controls the future, the time.
I feel like Drew's got to get a win back.
Hopefully, we'll see. Time will tell. Also, we have another big match, a six-man tag match. The OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson taking on the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley. Which group is going to take over? Is Dominic going to prove he is this year's generation's Eddie Guerrero, or is the OC going to shut him up for good? We'll find out.
Yeah,
we also have another big match. Bobby Lashley taking on Brock Lesnar. These two are going to calling it a war, and definitely going to be that. I can't wait to see which dominant beast takes over. That's going to be a good match. I'm excited.
That's another match that easily could be the one that could seal the show. There's some candidates for a Saudi show. They have stacked it pretty well.
And the main event, the WWE Undisputed Championship, Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman, the head of the table. Michael Cole calls him daddy, defending against superstar, celebrity, TikTok boxer Logan Paul. Logan Paul just says, I only need one right shot. He has a steal. Yep. And is can that shot knock out Roman? Or Roman might say, I just need one spear. And that might take out Logan Paul. This is a big money match. A lot to look forward to. This is a big money show. Again, Crown Jewel 2022, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, November 5th, early start time. Again, we'll get you more. We will have a prediction episode dropping hopefully sometime this upcoming week, hopefully by Friday. I hate these Saturdays pay-per-views because it's hard.
It is tough, especially overseas because the time's even earlier.
And with SmackDown, it's like, come on, can you just like don't do a little bit of room, and have all the storylines take place on Raw, and then skip SmackDown, so then we can just get because then I have to wait till see what happens on SmackDown to do because if they add a match. But listen, I'm just crazy. But listen, let's end the show really quick. What was your moment of the night from Raw?
My moment of the night from Raw, Nikki Cross definitely was up there. I gotta say, JBL.
JBL, you were a big JBL fan tonight, sir.
I was. I'll just admit, and as I'm, Seth Rollins and Ali, I'm really liking that. I probably said that before. And R-Truth was a good segment. I know he's the comedic guy, but really a talented individual, and I always enjoy, seeing him. Hey, let me give credit to where credit's due. Carl Anderson, Finn Balor.
That was a good match.
Was a good match. So there was several in this whole episode of Raw, so it's hard to narrow it down to just one or two even.
A lot happening. For me, Nikki Cross coming back, I was just waiting to see her dominate. She looks very good. Just kick ass.
She looks awesome.
I'm just excited. Yeah, dude, I'm excited to see what she does to shape up Raw, man. She's gonna kick some ass. But listen, thank you, Tyler, for joining me. Thank you all for listening. I want everyone to stay safe. Have a good rest of your Sunday night. If you are silly, you're gonna miss out on our Halloween episode. I hope you're not. I'm going dressed up tomorrow with my niece and nephew. They're going as Sally and Jack. My fiance Dorian and I, we're gonna be hippies. So
nice.
I'm a medallion. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but there we go.
No, I can see it.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. You, sir, who are you? I think you said it earlier, but
I'm gonna probably just throw on the Michael Myers mask, and we're pretty much gonna hang out at the house and watch a scary movie. But I've
have your Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, that's it. Where Michael Myers eats Rice Krispie treats. I'm gonna have the Halloween shirt, so I figured, as I don't want to overdo it, but why not have the mask on with the shirt of him? So that would be fitting.
Well, listen, be safe, kids. Don't eat any candy without taking it from your parents. Be safe. Don't talk to strangers. And if you are an adult, do talk to a stranger. And if you are wearing if you're an adult and you're over, 21 and you're wearing a ghost, costume, be careful who you think you're talking to, because it might be my phantom dick.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that. What a turn and
Sorry, guys.
twist.
I'm just super inappropriate tonight. Listen, happy Halloween. I guess I'm just.
It's full of surprises.
It's full of surprises. No, but no, and legit seriousness. I want everyone to have a safe Halloween. Have fun. We only have
I
one
couldn't
life to.
agree with you more. Be just safe. Use caution.
Yeah, we only have one Halloween 2022. I'm already getting emails about tomorrow's schedule. What's gonna happen. But okay. I want you guys to be safe. Tyler, thank you for joining me. And we will
You
see
are the
you
man.
soon. You are the man, sir. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Be safe. Bye.